Hello everybody, you're watching Foxicalicus and welcome back to Tiny Bunny. I guess we gotta talk to this guy now. Hey, what's up with the stupid grin? My numb lips immediately shrank. Yasha was shuffling his feet in the middle of the yard, his boots restless on the ice. Where's your friends? The North Fake! That's hilarious! Can we take a minute to just appreciate that? Because that is so funny. That's hilarious. I love that. Oh my god. It's not a grin. I tried to go around him to no avail. Lady Fortune waved me goodbye, disappearing in the early twilight. In a hurry, yeah. A little bit. Dad is waiting for me. I'll shoot him a pager message that you're not coming, yeah? My eye flinched unwittingly. My skin dampened. Let's go. We have a small business to discuss. I felt chills run all over my body. I didn't like the sounds of that small business. Those words, accompanied by spitting, normally hid very dark deeds underneath them. Strangers that used to call our apartment used to say, "Get your old man. We have a small business to discuss." Yasha turned around. He looked like an astronaut in this tight hood. In his North Fake hoodie. If I were to imagine him as a sound, he'd be a deafening whistle. Signal given by someone who stands watch. To my demise, there was nobody at the backyard. Oh, apart from the grim-faced Ramka. Ah! He stood there, his feet wide apart with his right hand hidden behind his back. He probably has that knife. Ramka's dry lips were tightly pursed. He kept shooting glances at me as he looked around. There he is, I can see that. Well, hello there, Natasha. What do you want? I knew it. He took out a thin, carnivorously shiny blade from behind his back. They really like this adjective. A knife. The steel butterfly of death that flies toward the victim's heartbeat. I stepped back instinctively and rammed my back into Yasha. Ramka's minion pushed me back. We wanted to know. Do you have any hard feelings for me, Yasha? Ramka started picking on his yellow nail, looking at me with an evil smirk on his face. Well, there, in the forest, we kind of roughed you up. It's just our poor upbringing, you know? You look evil. Yeah, not as cultured as you city folk. So we get feisty sometimes. I nodded, my eyes glued to the knife. You look scary. The blade glowed under the setting sun, and Ramka's eyes had the same evil glow. Don't stab me! I'll stab you back. He stepped toward me. The knife traveled inches away from my coat. One movement, and steel would cut into the cloth. And if he pushes deeper, that violin's going crazy. The little bird told us that you were snooping about Polina again. I was so scared that it took me a while to remember who Polina was. My brain was malfunctioning. My knees were shaking. Suddenly, our class rep slowly walked up to Ramka from behind. Why are you here? I see you boys are getting along quite well. I owe you one, Katya. Oh, no need to thank me, Romochka. I'm always fighting for true love. Yes. I'll kill you, I swear. I can't hear you. Were you near Polina or not? Well, we didn't hang out or anything. The only thing hanging out here will be your guts when I cut open your stomach. The blade slid across my sleeve with its dull side and reached my collar. The wind made my face cold, but a bead of sweat still trickled from my temple. A switch flipped in my head. It all made sense now. I remember Ramka constantly sneaking glances at Polina. I remembered his scrawly handwriting in the questionnaire. Why didn't I study it more in depth? I see you near Polina even once, and you won't get away with a simple bump. Got it. Yes. Now scram. I was probably so hypnotized by the knife that Ramka had to repeat his threat. Scram! I thought about the cold, sharp blade when retreating from the yard. I was asking myself whether I had enough courage to break the promise I made to these bastards. The aftertaste of horrible water I drank down my mouth with lingered in my mouth. My thoughts were focused on Polina. I wish I would have known to, click around in the fridge when I saw the medicine the first time, because I want to know why I'm taking this. But Ramka's threat was also on my mind. Hello. I wandered around the house feeling intoxicated and nodded to everything my sister said without trying to discern her words. Meanwhile, Olia was talking non-stop, at times lifting up her arms and laughing, only to then suddenly go quiet and give me my mom's signature gnarly look. I was yanked out of the prison of my own mind, where seething thoughts pecked at my brain like harpies, stopping me from coming back to reality. I stared back. Olia looked like a mini version of our mom right now. Well, to be precise, she looked like the person Mom turned into when we moved here, with her intimidating posture and her eyebrows directed toward the ceiling. You weren't listening to me, were you? She tried spitting out those words at me, copying facial expressions of the person she spent almost all of her free time with. For a moment, I felt like the light Olia exuded all these years waned and wavered in the wind of prolonged changes. Very soon, my beautiful princess will turn into a dragon that was once guarding her prison tower. That thought was much scarier to me than any other horror sneaking up to me from the future. Sorry, Olia. I didn't want to make you mad, I just got lost in thought. I looked around the room, my gaze jumping from one object to another like a hungry beast, trying to find anything that could distract Olia. Let's play the console. Olia pouted, but there was a spark of interest in her small emerald eyes. The Snow Queen's ice shard inside them started thawing. And what about the second controller? It's not working. And Dad has no time to fix it. We can play with the light gun. What do you want to play? Cowboys? Ducks? You're better than me at both. Oh, come on. You must have been practicing the whole time I was away from home. Olia burst out laughing. Her heart was warm once again. How did you know? But I'm a good shooter now. You've already lost. You picked the wrong fight here. Come on, turn it on. I hope Olia absolutely destroys Anton at this game. Do I get to play? Little Olia jumped toward the TV set, and after flicking the power switch, started blindly feeling around the backside of the photon, trying to plug the console's cable into the antenna input. Hello. Ah, Bruce Lee. Bits of TV shows started flashing on the CRT screen when I armed myself with the remote to look for the channel with the sought-after Dendy signal. Did anything interesting happen at home? It was a mundane question for me. I didn't put any actual meaning behind it. But Olia's expression suddenly changed. She lost all of the childless nonchalantness she worked so hard to acquire before. What happened, Olia? My sister managed to put the cable in its place and started brushing off her dust-covered hand. She was clearly looking for the courage to continue the conversation. Mom. Olia went silent. For a moment, I thought I saw tears welling up in her eyes. She had this scary thing happen to her. Again. My sister looked at me with wet eyes. She had a fit, huh? This had happened before, but it was a rare occasion. Now that we'd moved to this godforsaken place, Mom's fits rose in frequency. Dad brought home a big fish. Oh my God. It was wrapped in newspaper and had a foul smell. Mom got angry again, and then she took a knife. Leah squirmed, looking fearfully out the window. They started screaming at each other. I froze, imagining my little sister so small and unnoticeable standing in the kitchen doorway. She wasn't even trying to hide. Our parents just paid her no mind at all. And then Mom struck it. Like this. Olia slightly moved her fist downward, imitating a strike. She hit the fish. It was still alive, Tosha. It must have been in pain, and Mom. It was easy to imagine what happened next. The writhing fish with the blade between its fins squirted some foul-smelling musk in my Mom's face. Whenever death got this close to my mom, be it when a person was hit by a bus in front of us and their blood was smeared all over the windshield, what the heck? Or when Grandma chopped off a chicken's head, Mom would always get into a weird, dreadful fit. Oh! Her eyes would roll over, she would fall on her face like a freshly cut tree and start writhing just like that agonizing fish, turning over chairs and blurting out bits of scary sentences. What about Dad? Did he help her? Go away! Olia shuddered, as if just remembering it pained her. Yes, but at first, he started laughing, Tosha. He let out an evil laugh when he saw that Mom was in trouble. But then he cried. Olia's story made me raise an eyebrow. It seemed like the forest's oozing madness had not only completely consumed our mom, but also infected our strong and courageous dad. We need to move. We need to get out of here. This place is not good for any of us. Not good for anyone involved. Let's dip. I quickly stepped toward Olia and locked her in a tight embrace. She dug her face into my chest, and I could feel my shirt becoming wet. Why are they bullying each other, Tosha? Are they crazy? I stuttered. Is that the owl? Unable to justify the actions of our parents. I had run out of words, and all I could do was hug Olya even tighter. That, like, startled me so bad I couldn't even, like, make a sound or react. Olya screamed and hid behind me. What the heck was that? Turn it off, quick! No matter how many times she saw this intro, she would always react the same. Just like when she saw that owl. I mean, I also got goosebumps every time this ghastly face appeared on the screen, so I immediately complied with my sister's request. What in the world was that? The TV company logo. Okay. Oh my goodness. That actually scared me. That was mean. Huh. Finally, the game selection screen showed up for the cartridge that was bundled with the console. Ah! Too bad most of the names here were just different levels of the same game. I picked up the gray rectangular controller and started looking around the pixel letters to find the familiar English word for duck. Background music from the menu soothed Olya's mind, and she asked in a calm voice, "How are things at school?" "Nothing good. School is new, but my treatment is the same. As if we never moved. I'm so tired of this." Before despair could lead me down its depressing road toward the clutches of "You look evil," of oppressive thoughts, something evil writhed deep inside my skull, awakening wild and pleasant memories. Actually, something good did happen. Olya watched with hope-filled eyes as a wicked smile spread on my face, faintly resembling the wound from a box cutter knife. Another boy went missing. "Tasha, do you think that's good? Why do you say that?" My sister's voice trembled when she looked into my eyes through the thick lenses. "You know, that other missing boy, Vova, maybe what happened to him was all his fault. Maybe he did something so bad that he no longer deserved to live." "He was 6! Don't be so cruel, please!" Olya pressed her knees into her chin and hugged them with her hands, trying to take up less space. Is this because I put on that stupid mask? As if she wanted to shrink or even disappear altogether. It was the only reasonable thing for us to do. Go missing among all the other broken toys. And never encounter evil parents or mad classmates. We're the only ones left for each other. The only ones who can protect, listen, and sympathize. Which means she's bound to listen to what I think about them all. These beasts pretending to be children that are so easy to bully the weak. That's what the fox said about them too. It was my turn to speak. I think they won't be the last. My breathing quickens. My fingers start banging on the wooden floor. People like them are not worthy of living, going to the same school with us, or looking at your light. My thoughts got tangled. They slipped away along with my calmness. "Tosha, stop it! You're scaring me!" "Don't be scared. I can protect you." Then I finally noticed that Olya was looking at me like I was a stranger. Who are you?" The rage that welled up inside me subsided. It hid under the guise of my cowardliness, leaving me alone with the growing feeling of guilt for scaring my sister. "Olya, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I guess I'm just going crazy in that school." She rushed to embrace me, barely holding back her tears. "It's okay, Tosha. Just please, never say anything like this again." I swear on Mom's heart. Olya flashed me a bitter smile. "And you told me I shouldn't say that. You're right. Let's start playing already." She's ready. I go first. Get him. Is that a seal? Oh. her win. Oh no. I couldn't let her win, can I? Shoot. I was going easy on you here. Okay. I'm gonna let her win. Why can I turn it off? Why is that an option? Oh no, I missed. Oh no, I missed again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Dang. I'm just really bad at this. Oh no. I only got 3. Dang, you're so much better than me. Final rounds. Okay, she got 3. Whoops. 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 Okay, I got 2. Oops. I think we're tied. So I can't hit anymore. Bang, bang, and they're dead. You've lost, Tasha. Dang, she's just... My mom only managed to get through to me on her 3rd attempt. Anton, there's a call for you. It's a girl. Who's calling me? I sobered up in an instant and rushed to the hallway. Watch your step. Grabbed the phone, pressed it to my chest, looking at my mom. She shrugged and went to the room, gathering the toys thrown around by Olya as she went. Hello? Your mom has such a young voice. Well, yeah, I mean, she is young. Are you busy right now? No, of course not. If only she knew how costly this conversation could be for me. What risks I took on just answering this call. I mean, it's not like he's watching my house. How would he know? There were a pen and a shabby notepad lying on the nightstand. I picked them up and started moving the tip of the pen across the paper, producing chaotic doodles that always ended up turning into hearts. I've been thinking. I need to tell you something. I froze. It can't be. Does she like me? You've been looking so lost lately. And when I saw you at school today, you were pale like a ghost. I couldn't find words. My heart was aflutter in anticipation. I wanted to say that I'm on your side. A smile was spreading across my face in anticipation for Polina's next words. Considering the music stopped, I don't think it's going to be what he wants to hear. And I feel so sorry for you. Good guys like you deserve better. I want to believe that you'll find the strength to fight back at some point, and the others will stop picking on you. The pen fell out of my weak fingers. Is that all she's going to say? Maybe you'll even find a girlfriend. She sounded as if she was unsure of her own words. Well, I just wanted to let you know that you're a nice guy. It was a total failure. Compassion, instead of an invitation to hang out. You there? Before I could reply, Olya descended the stairs. She was holding some book in a pink cover. Encyclopedia of a Young Lady. Will you take long? I covered the handset with my hand. I'm in the middle of a conversation. What happened? Read me a bedtime story, please. Mom fell asleep. Go to your room. I'll be there in a minute. Just be quick, okay? Fine. My last reply sounded excessively annoyed. I sighed, watching my sister running up the stairs. Hello, Polina? Sorry, I need to run. Can you imagine? There's someone in love with me and he snoops about under my windows, demanding to go on a date with him. I'll go chase him away before Grandpa wakes up. Or maybe I should give him a chance. I bit my lower lip in jealousy. I'll tell you tomorrow if you want. We're friends, after all. Friends. At least you didn't say we were besties. Yeah, sure. Good. The buzzer hammered at my brain. Ah! Like a restless zombie devoid of a consciousness, I dragged my feet up the staircase. wish I could tell Dad, ask for his manly advice, but he doesn't show up home until late at night because of his new job. My parents don't have time for me, to put it lightly. I have a fear that I've been making the wrong choices. Well, where's your book? I started. The kids' room was empty. Oh yeah? She probably snuck into my room. I started walking down the corridor. The room was infested with shadows. The blinds were wavering like there was someone hiding behind them. I smiled, sneaked toward the window, and threw open the curtain. Gotcha! There was nobody behind the cloth. Is that the fox? The window was a TV screen showing winter scenery. The lamppost, the field, and a couple of walking figures in the middle of it. Alicia and Olya. I gasped and pressed my fist to my mouth, sinking my teeth into it. Alicia was leading Olya into the thicket. I needed less than a minute to hurriedly dress and rush out of the house. My heart was beating like a firing machine gun. I wouldn't have dressed, I would have just gone out there. The wind carried the cold, resinous smell of coniferous trees from the forest. Freezing air crackled somewhere in the field. Two shadows loomed in front of the gate. I could only recognize them as my sister and the fox girl because of their height. I ran toward the fence, listening to the howling wind and the squeaking snow. One of the figures moved and slowly glided toward the thicket like an ice skater. I slowed down and touched my glasses, trying in vain to adjust my vision to the surrounding darkness. Oh! Worry landed on my shoulders like a weightless snowflake. A snake woke up in my belly and started writhing. I felt nauseous. I thought about my home, the filmy fortress I'd left behind. I finally caught up to my sister, dressed only in a coat. Olya? Have you seen the foxy? Olya, why did you go outside? If Mom finds out... My sister froze in place, facing the taiga. She was in hand's reach, and I put my numb wrist on her shoulder for some reason, probably to make sure it wasn't a dream. I knew it. The pointy beak was directed at me, strewn with feathers that formed an owl face. Something wearing a bird mask was staring at me. Hoot, she won't. The voice sounded exactly like Olya's, but there was somebody else hiding behind the feathers in the carton. I sprinted away as if I got whipped. The masked creature only pretending to be Olya, just to lure me out. I was running like crazy, drowning in snow. The house in front of me was rapidly growing, about to get scooped off the ground. The yellow light in its windows granted me hope. My mom and sister there, my salvation. I couldn't hear anything from behind me, as if nobody was chasing me. Maybe it's because owls can fly. I was already climbing the porch when I noticed another figure. Fast, there's a wolf! In the soot-black shadow of my house, a scruffy wolf crawled out and stood in my way. Its movements were jerky, chaotic, as if it was performing some terrifying dance. Hi, homie, or convulsing during a stroke. And even though I could clearly see that the wolf face was a mask, something in this werewolf's convulsions made me freeze in place. Is it my mom? The boy in a wolf's costume rubbed his side against the porch post and fell to his knees. He bent his back so hard that I expected his spine to crack. The beast's eyes showed, but he didn't attack. He kept crawling around and running on all fours. I shifted my feet, my mouth agape, trying to keep him in my line of sight. Something was trickling from the slit in the mouth's viscous drops fell to the wood planks. Saliva. Some unknown force pushed me in the back, whispering me to save myself. I hate that one. The fence was flashing by the edge of my vision. I was running in another direction this time, toward the toothy edge of the forest that smelled of pine. Why are we not going home? My heartbeat measured time. The wolf would growl behind my back as if he forgot his human nature. My right leg got stuck in the snow-laden cavity. I yanked it out, cursing under my breath, and felt the ground plastering snow prevented me from standing up, from propping myself against anything. But my unbound thirst for life helped me to get out of that trap. Darkness was creeping closer like the toxic fumes of burial fires. I ran again, gasping for air that stung my throat. My hair swayed in the wind. I lost my hat when I fell down, and my ears were now hot from the freezing cold, while most of my body was still sweaty. The field finally ended. After realizing that running into the forest wasn't the smartest decision I could make, I dove into the line of trees. I ran without stopping, my face covered with one of my palms. I didn't want to lose an eye to some random branch. Branches ripped my clothes, pricked my skin like butchers that were herding a pig into the grinder. A knot of roots sprouting from the ground grabbed at my foot. That sounded painful. I ran into the scratchy trunk, slid down to its base, and looked around in a panic. Hey, girlie. Whew, you're so fast. My first desire was to dash toward her and hug her. I resisted it and squeezed myself even tighter into the pine. What are you doing here? What do you have? This and that. She was holding the hat I lost. Working part-time and lost and found. Put it on, or your ears will freeze and maybe even fall off soon. She giggled. I squinted in suspicion and shifted my gaze back and forth between her and the hat, scared that Alicia might be holding a severed head or something even more sinister. But in the end, my hat turned out to be just my hat. Okay, I took it and pulled it over my forehead. Feeling warmer, I didn't reply. There were some children in the yard. And? Did they bite you or something? No. Then why did you run away? The answer was obvious, but after rolling the thought on my tongue, I mumbled, I don't know. Ah, why did I promise to never call you a dunce again? Oh well, I keep my promises. She walked up to me and grabbed me by the elbow. I sensed the familiar aroma of mint, oranges, and burnt sparklers. I wanted to lean into Alice to savor the minute details of her smell. How many times do I need to tell you? You're safe as long as you're with me. I'm your friend. And they are too. I quickly turned around toward the place the fox girl was pointing to. It's the lads. Kids in masks appeared at the clearing. At least they looked like kids since they were all pretty short. That is horrifying. A wolf boy, an owl girl, and a bear boy. They all huffed and gasped for air, clearly tired from running around. This is atrocious. I thought you fell through the snow. Started digging around but couldn't find you. And I didn't care enough. You see, if you're dumb, you run around and dig. And if you're smart, you wait until the others get tired of running around and digging. Then you start talking. You're a rat. Degenerate. Huh? Don't mind him. He's a weirdo. I stood there stupefied, my mouth agape and my hands dangling helplessly. I had no idea how to react to these words of these late-night guests, but I managed to squeeze out something resembling a smile. You just scared me, that's all. They started looking at each other, and somebody even snorted, as if I said something funny. Yes, the fox is right. He's the one. No, this is our... Have we finally found him? Our bunny. Yes, he looks the part. The wolf boy started wagging a part of his costume like it was his tail in excitement. First. Of course you were first. Wolfie here was the first to sense the bunny in you. He told us about you. Hello. You've already met our hoodie here. She isn't that scary, is she? I guess. And this smiling big guy is Teddy. Figures. Be mindful of him or he'll chew off your head. What? I see you've also dropped your sense of humor somewhere on the way here. I was still unsure if these peculiar little animals had the best intentions in mind, so I hid my hands behind my back, trying to look away from the gaping holes of their carnival masks. Alicia put her hands to her sides in a theatrical manner and somehow managed to wink in her fox face. The next time we come, we'll ring bells for you. That way you'll be less scared of our visit. Do we even have any bells? I won't be ringing. My paw hurts. My smile was no longer fake. Ah, you showed us your teeth. That's a good sign. I didn't expect you to find us fun. See, I don't trust that I'm the only prey animal amidst a bunch of carnivores. I thought it was an emotion reserved strictly to Disneyland. How do you know that? I read about it. Somewhere. You read about me? Aren't you funny? No, about Disneyland, darling. You can read human. Do you think I've been going to school every day for nothing? And then she sang in a coquettish voice. To learn about neglect, where to get your dreams all wrecked. At your local school, of course, in your classroom. Where to hit kids every week, where to prey on all the meek. At your local school, of course, and in your classroom. I let out a cautious laugh. I wonder if she's... What's her face? The girl that he likes. My new acquaintances didn't seem scary anymore. On the contrary, they looked friendly and welcoming. There was something about them that attracted me. Just like this clearing, this moon, and the snowflakes that fell backwards from the ground to the sky, as if someone was rewinding a tape. The masked kids got close, and I felt their touch. They gave me friendly taps, felt my clothes as if checking whether I was real. There was no animalistic malice in their touch, only pure, childish curiosity. For some reason, I thought to myself, I can trust them. I don't trust them. Snowflakes just kept on floating upwards. Nobody will hurt you anymore. Friend. Yeah, if somebody even tries to. Fox gave me a slight tug and burst out laughing. Well then, Tasha, will you run away screaming or come with us? Where to? To the amusement park. At that moment, Tyga's deceptive silence was broken by the sound of a distant flute, mesmerizing and alluring. It brought about the ring of crystal glass and the whispers of a fresh winter spring. If I had any doubts before, the flute song shattered the last of them. I started following my new friends before I could even make my decision. My legs carried me of their own will, and the tunnels made of pine stepped apart. Bushes bowed in front of our procession. Everything looked dreamlike. Because even the clearing we ended up on, I only saw in my dream. The flute soared up in the treetops like some fantastical bird. The snowflakes floated up in a spiral. The moon painted tree branches with silver. Lisa gasped in amazement. I was also in awe. I tilted my head backwards as far as I could. What a sight. It's so beautiful. This is nothing. I can show you much more. If you want. I did want. I wanted to see what the fox girl saw with her eyes, hidden in the semi-dark of her cape. Now, I didn't feel weird about these masked kids. I felt weird for being the only one without a mask. I felt like I was naked in the January winds. Why do you wear these masks? I was trembling, but I wasn't scared. My trembling wasn't caused by the cold. It originated from the peculiar anxiousness, the anticipation of something amazing. And why do you ask? I touched my cold cheek. I'm not wearing one. I love human tails. Human nails? Human fails. I've already told you. All the villagers wear masks. It's just you won't find anything human underneath them. Even me? You're so clumsy, Anton. We've already found your glasses once already. And your hat. And your real face. I looked at the mask the fox was holding out to me. The bunny mask that looked like a silver ingot under the moonlight. I was curious to see the world through its slits. I mean, it's not like I have a choice. Suddenly, fighting its way through the fruit's melody, a thought came to me. The glasses they found were in Semyon's possession. My new acquaintances must have known what happened to him. Or even worse. And where did Semyon disappear to? What happened to him? And the other children? The bear and the owl looked at each other. The wolf boy curled into a ball, and the fox lowered the pointy nose of her mask. The one who was kept in a cage. The one who cuts into little pieces. The one who wears a skin face took them. If I knew how to cross myself, I'd do it. So you're saying it was human? Were you even listening to us? How can you call someone like him human? There's just one word for him. An adult. It's so easy to get lost in the adult world. Killers, cruel animal trainers, and cold parents. If you don't want to get sad, better not to think about them. I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want to be sad. Somehow, I'm also not sad today. What about you, Anton? Huh? I was lost in thought, staring at the pines, trying to pinpoint the location of the flute. I was sure that the person who played it was standing right behind the piney stockade. Is it that grown man that I saw? Someone tall, going over the holes in the flute with their long fingers. What now? Are we going to sit and be sad or have some fun? Alicia wanted to show me something. Let's start with the sweet stuff. Fox Girl took out a handful of candy from her pocket and handed them to each of the kids. The covers shuffled. The smell of pineapple, cocoa, and melon wafted through the air. Last treat, a chocolate-covered waffle candy. Alicia put right into my mouth. My tongue was engulfed in spiciness, a spicy chocolate. Felt like my body was covered in fur and small sparks were running along it. I chewed on the waffle and the chocolate, gulped them down, enjoying the vivid taste. Thanks. My gratitude was barely audible because my lips were already touching the insides of a mask. I'm scared. I didn't even notice how I put it against my face. The Papier-mâché was warm. The mask stuck to my skin, giving it a nice prickle. The kind when you dive into a hot bath after being outside in winter, when you lie there and purr from the soapy water. See, I told you. This is yours. Mine. What are we waiting for? The fun won't have itself. You're right. The melody kept swirling in the field like a hurricane. I couldn't wait to release the energy, the heat that this enchanting music was filling me with. Goodbye! The owl jumped and disappeared into the sky. That was scary. I heard her laughter from somewhere up above, and then she landed back, huffing and sighing. You can do it too. Give it a try. I can fly. I followed suit. Goodbye! My feet tore off from the ground. I flew toward the stars like a rocket and screamed from happiness after seeing my friends down below. How did I do that? Oh, they're colored! The wind helped me fly. Felt like I was jumping on a huge trampoline. The stars looked like vivid sparkles that I could reach and look up. The moon also got closer, and then I plunged. I got scared that I'd break my legs for a moment, but my soles landed softly on the ground and I regained my balance. You're safe with us. Her name is colored now, too. And all of your dreams will come true. Everything is colored. I'm no longer in black and white. I'm so happy that I finally found you. Bunny? In a fit of merry laughter, I realized the most important thing. These four are not a threat. My real enemies, and I felt that with every single hair on my mask, were those who knew nothing about magic. What was happening? Humans from the village. What is happening? I also realized how alive my surroundings had become. I heard the dry grass under the snow moan. I saw faces of the trees and the stars. The trees were smirking and the stars were grimacing in fear. Why? That's right, be scared. I'll jump up to you, and I snapped my teeth and let out a jubilant laugh, jumping up along with the fox. Oh, hello. We flew higher than the tallest pines and stayed in the air. I swirled. Elisa followed my rhythm. How are we doing this? I knew that she was smiling, so I smiled too. And the flute just kept on playing, carrying us higher and higher. Hey, did someone put a spell on you? That someone is standing next to me, I thought, trying to unglue my chin from the desk. My muscles felt slightly sore, but that feeling was pleasant. The class was wandering about for some reason, whispering and passing notes to each other. Their faces looked like discolored masks to me, bleak and boring. I yawned, remembering the time I was soaring high above the forest with Elisa by my side, laughing and squeezing my hand. Perhaps, no, probably, it was all just a dream, because I didn't walk back from the forest. Just woke up in my bed on a normal morning with tea and medicine. Still, I was hardly worried about trying to find a rational explanation for my night dance. The feeling of flight was much more important. I don't trust this. The knowledge of how it feels to be hanging in the air above the treetops of majestic pines and baring my teeth at the moon. Sorry, I got lost in thought. Have you heard about Katya? Huh? I glanced at the empty seat in front of me. Katya went missing. My sleepiness was gone in an instant. I frowned in suspicion. What do you mean? It can't be. Strawberry themed scrunchie. This is a fantastic time to stop. Here's my theory. I have two theories, actually. One, we got, like, the smoking guy earlier from, like, way episodes back. He's, like, an actual serial killer, and we're gonna team up with the rest of the animals and take him down. Theory two, the animals are all evil and I'm gonna die. But as long as Olya lives, I'll be chill. So, we're gonna wrap this up for now, and that'll probably be my last one that I'm shooting tonight because my voice is going out. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked this video as much as I'm enjoying this game, hit the like button, subscribe to support the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye. Maybe I shouldn't have taken the mitten. Someone was chasing me from the darkness. Breaking pine branches, closing the distance with giant leaps.